Right guys, welcome now to my round review from Fleetwood Golf Club today, the Pro-Am. So it's my second Winter Series event and I shot a 56. Bear in mind it was over 14 holes, so that works out at 1 under. And it was a much better performance when compared to my last comp. I couldn't have got much worse. So that's a step forward in the right direction. And generally my game today was a lot better in many areas. So first things to point out, sorry if it's a wee bit echoey and I'm just doing this as quickly as possible with natural light. I am moving house tonight and tomorrow. So I'll talk you through my scorecard here. We started on the first obviously, but because there was only 14 holes open, it was a little bit of an odd make-up to the course today. So we played the first hole and then we went all the way to the 14th. Yeah, all the way to the 14th. And then we went back to the 5th, the way that Fleetwood set out. And we'll go on to the first hole here. It was interesting. So the first hole is out of bounds all the way down the left-hand side, drivable green. And I aimed so far off to the right-hand side. So I aimed kind of over in this direction, hit a pull draw, and it actually ended up on the green. So it was a good bad shot, but I gave myself that room to bail. And I left the eagle putt just short of the hole. And this was to become a little bit of a theme. Not so much on the short side, but my putting today was pretty good, but I just couldn't get anything in the hole. It was one of those days, and I'll show you a little bit more, that despite actually not putting that badly, I lost strokes against the field with my putting. So we went from the first hole to the 14th, hit an okay drive off to the right hand side, but it snagged up in the rough, hit an approach wedge to about 20 feet I think it was, and then hit an okay putt, left myself with about 4 foot, managed to hole one going back, and then we went all the way back to the 5th, and then we kind of carried on as normal from that point. Made a bogey on the 5th, laid up short of a bunker which is in the middle of the fairway. You can see just how close we are to the sea there. But actually made quite a hash of that hole. I should have done a lot better. Made a great birdie on the next, hit it to really close, actually pitched it right next to the hole and spun it back. Chris, who I was playing with today, my amateur partner, one of my lessons, he actually tramline one from straight across the green to steal my glory a little bit and get on the scorecard first for the team score, but managed to make that too. And you'll see here, what I did is I went par, 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 so a par and a par 4, which again, not a great first putt. Par on the 8th, hit the green again, missed my putt. 9th, again, missed the putt. 10th, again, missed the putt right in the jaws for birdie, after getting away with the second shot actually. But drove it pretty well on those, hit good tee shots. Par on the 11th, bogey on the 12th, lost the ball off the tee in some thick rough, which it was just missing on the wrong side. I didn't realise how thick the rough was over there, and because it was really wet, I was struggling to actually find it, but made a good birdie with my second ball. 13th without a play. 15th made a decent birdie, good putt on that one. And then 16, 17, 18, again, I had chances for birdie, but couldn't convert the putts. Now, if you have a look at my strokes gained here, so strokes gained driving, I lost a stroke against the field pretty much. This is based on a pro field. Strokes gained on my short shots, lost just under. On my approaches to the green, I gained half a stroke compared to the field, and that was, yeah, I can actually sense that and agree with that. And you can see here on my scoring average, I was under par for the par 3s, which is very rare for me, but the par 5s I was level par, and all the par 5s today were very much gettable in 2 and really good birdie opportunities. And I'll show you the card of the winner, Craig Corrigan, in a moment, who absolutely smashed it apart today. But you can see my putting strokes gained just minus 1.32 against the field, so I was losing almost 1.5 strokes against the field with my putting. And again, it was difficult to take because I didn't feel like I was putting that badly. Now you can see from 3 foot, I didn't miss anything. My short putting was really good today. From 6 foot, again, you know, I was really good from inside that distance. So on my short shots, on my short putts, I was absolutely on fire. But then as soon as it gets outside that distance, you can't see more of a drop off than that. So I go from 100% just outside 6 foot to 0% outside that distance. Now, if you want to make inroads to be in a good score, you've got to start holding more putts than that. But this was the case that these putts, they weren't bad putts, they just weren't dropping. So I've gone to my strokes gained here with my short shots, and this is a real eye-opener as far as what I was doing probably wrong today, because I wasn't putting my short shots in close enough proximity to try and hold it. So you can see here that I lost basically 0.2 of a shot every single short shot I had from inside 25 yards. And then I go on to 50 yards. I was pretty much level with the field there. And then 50 to 75, didn't have any. 75 to 100. Again, I'm adding a little bit more, but it's just not good enough. My strokes gain really shows that that is a weakness. On the positives here, my approach play, so with my irons, actually pretty good. So I gained pretty much a stroke on the field with 100 to 150 yards proximity. And then going out that, again, added shots. There was only that one that I really left short there. And then I just lost a little bit when I went up to 200, 250 yards, but I only had the one shot. You see here, fairways 55%, so lost a little bit against the field there, but didn't drive it too badly. 79% degrees of regulation, like I say, is pretty good. Didn't go in a single bunker today, which again shows that my approach play was pretty good. But you can see here the scorecard of Craig Corrigan, who won. So he's obviously had a good day. But he's basically shot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 under on his own. So out of those 14 holes, he's only had 5 pars. Now from that point of view, I couldn't have shot that today. That's just really good scoring. The conditions there were relatively benign, and you can see here by the combined scores of everyone. So I was tied 9th. It's stable for points when you move into the winter series. So I was tied 9th, but I was only, well, a couple of shots off getting up into 2nd place pretty much. So it's pretty tightly bunched field. Everyone was probably finding the same things. The greens, however, were in fantastic condition at Fleetwood. I was really surprised how good they were. They were absolutely superb. So there was no excuses for not holding it. I just didn't have the touch. I was using the Cure putter again, the big one, but on short putts it's incredible. I'm just struggling to get to grips with on the longer ones. But this week I'm going through a lot of putter testing, just trying to find something that I'm comfortable with. I had Jack, who's the junior captain at Fleetwood, on the bag as well. Really, really nice lad. Gave us a lot of good information as well, even though I was giving him a good ribbon about most things. And overall, I really enjoyed playing today. Also played with Peter Scott, who's really, really good company, very good player as well. I don't think he's playing too much at the moment, but he was nice and steady. And I'm looking forward to the next comp already, just trying to, again, get back into it. But using the strokes gain, I know what I've identified as that little bit of an issue. My swing is starting to come together a little bit. Cutting out the technical thoughts on the course really, really did help. So now it's again focusing on that putting issue. Well, not an issue, just trying to find the best recipe to get it all together. So it's getting dark here. I'm not sure what the quality of the camera looks like, but I'm going to have to go. So guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow me on one of the social media platforms. Feel a little bit more progress today. But I'm looking forward to next time to just try and push it that little bit lower. So, edit this, move house. Next video I do, it's going to be in the new home. Can't wait. See you next time, guys.